We send our children to school with so much hope. We pack their lunches and check their homework, trusting that they are learning everything they need to build a good life. They learn how to read the words in a book, how to solve for X, and how to understand the great sweep of history. But I have to ask, are we teaching them how to read the feelings in a friend's eyes? Are we teaching them how to solve the conflicts that arise in their own hearts and on the playground? Are we teaching them how to write a new chapter of peace in a world that so desperately needs it? This is the unspoken subject, the one missing from so many report cards, yet it is the most fundamental lesson of all. For too long, we have treated the skills of the heart as secondary. We have assumed that kindness, compassion, and understanding are things children will just pick up along the way, like a lucky penny on the sidewalk. But in a world that can feel so loud, so divided, and so fast, we can no longer leave this learning to chance. So, let's talk about why this matters so deeply. Why do empathy, dialogue, and conflict resolution belong in our schools as surely as desks and books? Desks, books. It starts with empathy. Empathy is the ability to step into someone else's shoes, to feel what they are feeling, and to understand their world from the inside out. It is the antidote to judgment and the foundation of all true connection. When a child learns empathy, they learn that the classmate who is acting out might be carrying a heavy burden. They learn that the new student who is quiet and shy is not strange, but perhaps just scared. Next comes the power of dialogue. We teach children how to speak, but do we teach them how to hear? Dialogue is more than just talking. It is a sacred space where people can share their truths without fear of attack. It's about learning to listen, not to rebut, but to understand. In a classroom where true dialogue is practiced, students learn that their voice matters, and that the voices of others matter too. They learn to express their own feelings with clarity, and to receive the feelings of others with respect. This is how we build bridges across differences, one conversation at a time. And then there is conflict resolution. Conflict is a natural, unavoidable part of life. We cannot shield our children from it. What we can do is give them the tools to transform it. Too often, children learn only two responses to conflict, fight or flight. But there is a third way, a better way. We can teach them how to face disagreements with courage and creativity. We can show them that conflict, when handled with skill and care, is not a disaster, but an opportunity. An opportunity to understand each other more deeply and to find solutions that honor everyone involved. When these three pillars, empathy, dialogue, and conflict resolution, are woven into the fabric of a school, something magical happens. The entire culture begins to shift. Bullying decreases because students see the humanity in each other. Academic engagement increases because students feel safe enough to take risks and be vulnerable. The classroom transforms from a collection of individuals into a true community, a place where every child feels they belong. We are not just creating better students, we are nurturing the kind of human beings who will go on to create a better, more compassionate, and more peaceful world for us all. This is the ultimate purpose of education. Now I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds wonderful, but teachers are already overwhelmed. The school day is already packed. Where on earth can we find the time? This is where the beauty of the 10-minute framework comes in. It's a simple, practical, and powerful approach that doesn't require adding a new hour-long class to the schedule. Instead, it's about weaving small, consistent practices into the moments you already have. Peace is not a destination, but a path you walk every day, one small step at a time. The framework is accessible and adaptable for any classroom. It rests on three clear goals, tied to the pillars we've discussed. First, cultivate emotional awareness. We want students to identify their feelings and recognize the feelings of others. This is the bedrock of empathy. Second, practice respectful communication. Listen deeply and speak truth kindly. This is the heart of dialogue. Third, build problem-solving skills. A clear process for navigating disagreements is the essence of conflict resolution. Let's get practical. How do we start teaching something as profound as empathy in just a few minutes a day? We begin by giving feelings a voice. Many children, and adults too, feel big emotions, but lack the words to describe them. Create a feelings chart with pictures showing different emotions: happy, sad, angry, surprised, worried. In the morning, ask, point to the face that looks a little like how you're feeling today. This validates every child's inner world and builds a shared vocabulary. It says, all of your feelings are welcome here. Stories are magic. Pause and ask, I wonder how the wolf felt. Have you ever felt misunderstood like the main character? These questions invite perspective taking. Keep it simple. Act out common scenarios, then switch roles. Physically embodying the other position creates powerful shifts. The daily check-in can take as little as 2 minutes. Go around the circle with one-word shares. Teacher listens and thanks each child. Section 5. The Art of True Conversation. Building bridges with words. Once we begin to see with our hearts through empathy, we must learn to speak from our hearts through dialogue. Start with clear, gentle guidelines. Create a poster together with promises. We listen with our ears, eyes, and hearts. We wait our turn. We can disagree without being disagreeable. Use a talking piece, stone, soft toy, or a beautiful stick. Rule: only the person holding it speaks. Everyone else listens respectfully. This slows conversation and ends interrupting. Give sentence starters. Instead of, you're so mean, a child can say, I feel sad when I'm not included. Teach phrases that encourage understanding. Bring it together with a weekly connection circle. 10 minutes talking piece in hand. Offer simple prompts. There is no debate, just sharing and listening. This ritual builds a deep sense of community. A weekly reminder we are a circle of hearts connected by shared stories and mutual respect. True conversation is a powerful healing force and a skill to teach and practice. Now we come to conflict, an inevitable part of human experience that can either tear us apart or bring us closer together. Our goal is to give children a roadmap to turn friction into connection. It doesn't happen by magic. It comes from learning and practicing a clear process. First, cool down. No one solves problems with a racing heart. Teach simple strategies. Deep volcano breaths, short breaks in the peace corner. Squeeze a stress ball to shift from fight or flight to problem solving. Once calm, each person shares their perspective.
I feel frustrated because I was building a tower and it got knocked down. The other child listens, no interruptions.
It's not about right or wrong. It's about being heard and understood. State the problem from both sides. Brainstorm solutions without judgment. Choose one to try. Transform an argument into a collaborative success. The real power lies in making it a living, breathing part of school life. Not a one-time lesson, woven into daily rhythm until it's as natural as lining up for lunch. Create a peace or calm down corner. Not punitive, but a safe, cozy choice when overwhelmed, angry, or sad. Furnishings, soft cushion, books about feelings, a glitter bottle to settle, and a feelings chart, a place that honors a child's need for regulation. Create visual reminders together and hang them prominently. Read them daily or weekly. In conflict, simply point and say, let's walk our peace steps. The walls quietly reinforce the community you're building. Train older students as peer mediators, on playgrounds and in class, to guide small disagreements. It empowers leaders and shows everyone they can solve problems peacefully. Most powerful of all is teacher modeling. Every interaction can be a lesson in peace. When you plant seeds, you don't dig them up daily. You trust the process. You water. You give sun. You watch for sprouts. Measuring peace education is similar. Less about tests, more about subtle shifts. You'll feel greater calm, safety, connection. You'll hear new language. Can we use an I statement? I feel sad when you say that. You'll see self-regulation, fewer tattles, more peer problem solving. Track simple notes, fewer disruptions, fewer arguments, better attendance. Ask, do you feel safe? Do others listen to you? The answers show the emotional landscape improving. Celebrate successes. Recognize peacemakers. Share stories with families. And highlight kindness at assemblies. By celebrating sprouts, you help them grow into strong, beautiful blossoms. We've talked about the problem and a simple, hopeful solution. We can plant empathy, practice dialogue, and transform conflict into connection. Now, the only thing left to do is to begin. It's easy to feel the world's problems are too big and we are too small. But great change begins with one small, intentional act. The journey to a peaceful world doesn't start in halls of power, it starts in the heart of a child. I'm calling on every teacher, every principal, every parent, every person who cares about children to make a choice. Choose to start today. You don't need a perfect plan or a mandate, just the courage to try one small thing. One small act starts a ripple. One teacher's choice softens a classroom. Others follow. A pocket of peace grows. Soon a whole school is known for kindness, teaching not just facts, but full, compassionate humanity. This is not a dream. It is a possibility within our reach. We have a sacred responsibility to the next generation. We must give them more than knowledge. We must give them wisdom. Teach that greatest strength lies not in being right, but in being kind. The most powerful bridges are built not of steel and stone, but of listening and understanding. So let's begin. Let's start with 10 minutes. Let's start with one child. Let's make our schools the gardens where a more peaceful world can finally begin to grow. The time is now. Let's get to work.
Peace is not merely the absence of conflict. It is the active presence of understanding, empathy, and cooperation. It is a dynamic state that requires continuous effort and engagement from individuals and communities alike. Around the world, peace education curricula are nurturing these vital values in classrooms, communities, and hearts. These programs are designed to instill a deep appreciation for human dignity and interconnectedness from a young age. These programs are shaping a generation ready to build a more compassionate and harmonious world. They empower young people with the skills and mindset needed to navigate complex global challenges peacefully. Peace education teaches individuals how to resolve conflicts constructively, appreciate diversity, and promote justice. It provides practical tools for dialogue and negotiation, fostering a culture of respect and mutual understanding. It's more than just a subject. It's a transformative way of life, guiding learners to think critically and act ethically. This holistic approach encourages students to reflect on their own biases and develop a sense of global citizenship. This approach fosters emotional intelligence, empathy, and dialogue, cultivating a mindset of coexistence. By understanding and sharing the feelings of others, individuals can build stronger, more resilient relationships. At the core of peace curricula are timeless principles: respect for human rights, nonviolence, justice, sustainability, and cooperation. These foundational values serve as a compass for ethical decision-making and responsible global engagement. Through experiential learning, such as storytelling, service projects, and reflection, students internalize these profound values. These hands-on activities allow students to apply theoretical concepts to real-world situations, making learning more impactful. When students learn to listen, empathize, and collaborate, they naturally become ambassadors of peace in their families and communities. They carry these lessons beyond the classroom, influencing their peers and contributing positively to society. Across the globe, schools are weaving peace education into various subjects, from social studies to environmental education. This integration ensures that peace principles are not isolated, but are seen as integral to all aspects of learning and life. Initiatives like peace clubs, art projects, and peer mediation help students apply peace values in real-life situations. These practical applications reinforce the importance of peaceful conflict resolution and community building. Peace education is not an additional subject. It's embedded into how we teach everything, emphasizing empathy, dialogue, and respect. It transforms the learning environment into a space where every interaction is an opportunity for peaceful growth. From primary schools to universities, institutions are increasingly recognizing that peace is both teachable and learnable. This widespread acknowledgement highlights a growing global commitment to fostering peaceful societies through education. Teachers are the heart of peace education, extending their role beyond instruction to model compassion, fairness, and patience. Their dedication creates a nurturing environment where students feel safe to explore complex ideas and emotions. Training programs are equipping educators with essential tools to manage classroom conflicts and promote positive discipline effectively. These programs empower teachers to create inclusive and respectful learning spaces for all students. When students feel heard and respected, they learn to offer the same to others, which is truly where peace begins inside the classroom. This reciprocal respect forms the foundation for a harmonious and productive learning community. Peace education extends beyond school walls, reaching into communities and across nations. It fosters a sense of global responsibility, encouraging individuals to contribute to peace efforts on a broader scale. From grassroots peace building in conflict zones to online global classrooms, education connects hearts beyond borders. These diverse initiatives demonstrate the universal applicability and profound impact of peace education. When young people understand peace as active citizenship, they become the changemakers who transform societies. They are empowered to advocate for justice, equality, and sustainable development in their local and global communities. Collaborations between NGOs, governments, and schools are building extensive peace networks, one learner at a time. These partnerships amplify the reach and effectiveness of peace education, creating a ripple effect of positive change. The future of peace education is digital, inclusive, and lifelong, embracing new technologies. These advancements offer unprecedented opportunities to engage diverse learners and make peace education accessible to all. Virtual reality empathy labs, online global classrooms, and cross-cultural dialogues are expanding peace learning beyond geographical limits. These innovative tools allow students to experience different perspectives and build bridges across cultures. We are not just learning about peace, we are living it, online and offline, in every action we take. Peace education encourages a continuous practice of peaceful principles in daily life, transforming individuals into agents of change. In a world facing division, misinformation, and climate anxiety, peace education serves as the crucial bridge that unites learning and humanity. It equips individuals with the resilience and wisdom to navigate complex global challenges with compassion and understanding. Peace begins with education, and education begins with empathy. By cultivating empathy, we lay the groundwork for a world where differences are celebrated and conflicts are resolved through dialogue and mutual respect. By teaching peace, we are not just shaping minds, we are healing the world, fostering a brighter future for all. This transformative process empowers individuals to contribute to a more just, equitable, and sustainable global society. Because when we learn to live together, we truly learn to thrive together. This collective journey towards peace and harmony benefits everyone, creating a world where all individuals can reach their full potential.
Have you ever stared at a difficult math problem, wishing someone could explain it just one more time? Or maybe you live far from a big library, and the books you need for a school project are miles away. This feeling of being stuck is a challenge many people face every single day. It is a hurdle that can make learning feel like a difficult uphill climb. Students in remote villages, busy city schools alike, often wish for a little extra help, a different way of seeing a concept, or just the chance to learn at their own pace without feeling rushed or left behind. This is a real problem in education today. This struggle is not limited to young students. Imagine a working parent who wants to learn a new skill to get a better job, but has no time to attend evening classes. Or picture a teacher with a classroom full of students, each with unique needs, trying to give personal attention to every single one. So, what exactly is a digital learning platform? At its heart, it is a special kind of website or application designed purely for education. Think of it as a virtual school that never closes its doors. Inside this school, you will find a rich collection of learning materials, short, focused video lessons. Example, solving a quadratic equation. Example, explaining what causes rain. Interactive quizzes, practical exercises. Immediate feedback tells you if you have understood or need to review. These platforms are more than videos and tests. They are built with a clear structure to guide you. The platform might ask what you want to learn.
Then it creates a learning path for you, a series of lessons and activities laid out in order. The platform keeps track of your progress, topics you have mastered and topics that are still tricky, a personal record of your learning journey. One key feature is how they organize information. Knowledge is broken into small, manageable pieces. Big subject example: biology, cells; biology, genetics; biology, ecology. Each unit breaks into lessons: what is a mitochondrion, how DNA replication works. This structure makes it easy to find what you need, makes learning feel less daunting, and helps you master one small concept at a time. One of the most profound benefits of digital learning platforms is their ability to make education accessible to everyone. Geography should not determine a child's destiny. A student in a small, remote village deserves the same access to quality learning materials as a student in a major city. As long as there is an internet connection, even a modest one, and a simple device like a smartphone or a shared community computer, a world of knowledge opens up. This breaks down physical barriers that have historically limited opportunity. While some courses have a fee, a vast and growing number offer incredible resources completely for free. Families without means for private tutors can still support their children with lessons, practice, and exam prep, without financial burden. Accessibility also reaches learners unable to attend traditional schools, recovering from illness or with physical disabilities, keeping them connected to their education. Features like closed captions and screen reader compatibility make content truly inclusive. Some platforms work with limited or no internet. Download lessons, videos, and quizzes when connected. Study offline at your pace, then sync progress later. This thoughtful design makes accessible education a practical reality. You know, it's pretty powerful. Every single learner is unique. We all have our own pace, strengths, and areas where we need a little more help. Traditional classrooms struggle to cater to this diversity. This is where personalization shines. As you work, the platform recognizes mastery and moves you ahead, or offers more challenge. If you struggle, it suggests a key clip to rewatch, gives step-by-step hints, or simpler practice to rebuild foundations. Mistakes become opportunities, without pressure. You focus on what you need, skip what you know, and build deeper, more solid understanding, one small success at a time. Life is busy and often unpredictable. Traditional schedules do not fit everyone. Flexibility is key. Learning is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, no longer confined to 9 to 3. Study late after chores or review on your morning commute. Learning fits into pockets of time. Duties and learning can coexist. Pause for life, resume where you left off. Parents and workers can upskill on their schedule. You control pace, dig deeper when curious, or jump right to what you need. More personal, less stressful, and far more aligned with how we learn naturally. Digital platforms are equally powerful for teachers. They do not replace the essential human connection of a great teacher. They act as a superpowered assistant, freeing teachers to inspire, mentor, and connect. Instant grading plus analytics. Who scored what, and which questions were most missed? Use the data to reteach, flip the classroom, and make class time hands-on and collaborative. Let the platform deliver content. You focus on application, critical thinking, and problem solving. Join a global community, find lesson plans, creative ideas, and videos from colleagues worldwide to grow and help your students thrive. The true impact is best seen through the stories of the people these platforms help. Anna, a 14-year-old in a small farming community, had one science teacher and scarce lab equipment. She dreamed of becoming a doctor but struggled in biology. Her teacher shared a free platform. Anna studied 30 minutes nightly. Simple animations explained tough ideas. Quizzes checked understanding. Her confidence soared. Reports showed mastered and tricky topics. With targeted help, she became a top science student, closer to her dream. David, 45, saw EVs rising and needed new skills without stopping work. He enrolled, studying at lunch and an hour nightly. He learned through videos, diagrams, and virtual diagnostics. After 6 months, a certificate, a promotion, and a stronger future for his family. Learning is a lifelong journey. Getting started is easier than you think. Begin with small steps. Pick one trusted platform you like to use. Set a tiny daily goal and build a streak. Consistency beats cramming. Teachers, start small. Assign one quality clip or activity, then use the data to guide instruction.
The world is rapidly changing, bringing new technologies, industries, and opportunities that demand continuous evolution from us all. Lifelong upskilling initiatives are crucial, helping individuals stay relevant, confident, and future-ready in a world where learning is a continuous journey, not just a phase. The rise of automation, AI, and digital transformation has made lifelong learning an absolute necessity, not merely an option, for everyone. By 2030, most workers will need to acquire new skills to adapt to evolving roles, making lifelong upskilling the essential bridge between disruption and new opportunities. Upskilling empowers people to grow, ensuring they remain employable, adaptable, and resilient regardless of their age, background, or profession. It's not just about technical skills. It's about fostering creativity, critical thinking, and collaboration, the invaluable human skills that machines cannot replicate. Technology has revolutionized how we learn, with digital platforms making education accessible anytime, anywhere, and AI-based systems personalizing content for each learner. Microlearning, gamification, and AI tutors have made upskilling more engaging and effective, allowing individuals to learn new skills even during a short break. Forward-thinking organizations are leading the charge, launching collaborative programs and apprenticeships to train workers in emerging technologies and sustainable practices. When companies invest in their people, productivity and loyalty significantly rise, proving that upskilling is an investment in innovation, not a cost. Governments and NGOs worldwide are also creating public upskilling programs, promoting inclusion and opportunity, especially for marginalized groups. We must ensure learning is accessible to everyone, regardless of income or geography, making lifelong learning a fundamental right, not a privilege. While progress is promising, barriers like digital divides and time constraints persist, necessitating strong partnerships between governments, employers, and educators. Creating flexible, affordable, and inclusive learning opportunities is key to ensuring no one is left behind in the evolving knowledge economy. The future of upskilling will be continuous, connected, and creative, merging learning with daily life through smart devices, immersive simulations, and AI mentors. In the near future, career paths will evolve dynamically with skills in real time, making lifelong learning as natural and essential as breathing. The world's most valuable resource is not data or machines, but people who never stop learning, driving innovation and progress. Lifelong upskilling initiatives are more than educational programs. They are pathways to empowerment, equality, and innovation for individuals, communities, and the world.
World peace. It sounds like a dream, a beautiful and impossible dream. But what if it's not impossible? What if peace is a journey we can all take together? Imagine a world without war, where differences are celebrated, not feared. A world where everyone feels safe, respected, and loved. This is the dream we share, a world bathed in peace. This dream starts with each of us. We all have the power to choose peace in our daily lives. Even small acts of kindness, like helping a neighbor or standing up against bullying, plant seeds of peace. Every day, we make choices. We choose how we treat others, how we react to anger, and how we solve problems. By choosing kindness, empathy, and understanding, we water the seeds of peace. Imagine a disagreement with a friend. Instead of shouting, we can listen patiently and try to see their point of view. We can apologize for our mistakes and forgive others for theirs. These small acts of peace might seem insignificant, but together they create ripples of change. We can also spread peace through our words. Kind words, encouraging smiles, and messages of hope can brighten someone's day and inspire them to choose peace as well. Throughout history, incredible individuals have dedicated their lives to fighting for peace. People like Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., and Nelson Mandela showed us the power of non-violence and the importance of standing up for what is right. These peacemakers faced immense challenges, yet they never gave up on the dream of a more peaceful world. They remind us that even in the darkest of times, hope can triumph over hate, and love can conquer fear. Their stories inspire us to be brave, to raise our voices against injustice, and to work tirelessly for a future where everyone can live in harmony. Education is like sunlight. It chases away the darkness of ignorance and prejudice. When we understand different cultures, beliefs, and ways of life, we build bridges of understanding instead of walls of division. Schools can become havens of peace, where children learn to resolve conflicts peacefully, embrace diversity, and become responsible global citizens. By teaching empathy, compassion, and critical thinking, we equip future generations with the tools to build a more peaceful world. Peace is not a distant dream. It is a choice we make every single day. By planting seeds of kindness, watering them with compassion, and letting them bloom through education, we can create a world where peace reigns supreme. Let's build that world together, one act of peace at a time.
La ilaha, Allah, Allah. We bring peace to humanity. We say no to violence. We want happiness in the world again. We want food for all, home for all, health for all, education for all, jobs for all, and justice for all. The world can change in a heartbeat. Every action has a reaction.
By joining our World Peace Development programs, you're not just contributing. You're collaborating with individuals, businesses, governments, and NGOs from around the globe. Imagine a world where businesses promote peace through ethical practices and sustainable investments, where youth lead the charge, transforming their communities with fresh ideas and cross-cultural understanding, where grassroots organizations receive the support they need to create lasting change. This is more than a mission. It's a movement, and we need you to be a part of it. Join us at peaceism.org and let's build a world of peace together, because peace begins with you.
Investing in world peace development is about ensuring that our children and our children's children inherit a world that values collaboration, mutual respect, and peace. It's about creating a legacy of peace, a world where violence is not the norm, but the exception. Because ultimately, that's the greatest gift we can give to future generations. Look, I know we've been talking about some pretty big, complex ideas here, but at its core, peace is actually a very simple concept. It's about kindness, it's about empathy, it's about recognizing the inherent dignity and worth of every single human being. These are values that are echoed in spiritual and philosophical traditions all over the world. And embracing these values, putting them into practice in our daily lives, is essential for cultivating a culture of peace, a world where everyone feels valued, respected, and loved.
Breaking news. We are excited to announce the successful launch of our inaugural World Peace Products and Services Expo and Conference, which took place today, Sunday, September 21st, 2025, online. This landmark event represents a crucial first step in our mission to promote global harmony and sustainable living. The success of this event reflects our collective desire for a more peaceful world and lays a solid foundation for what lies ahead. The World Peace Products and Services Expo and Conference is being broadcasted live across major social media platforms, including YouTube, TikTok, Zoom, Facebook, X, formerly Twitter, Instagram, and more, making it accessible to audiences worldwide. This groundbreaking virtual conference and expo gathers governments, businesses, NGOs, academics, and thought leaders from across the globe with the theme, Building a Sustainable Future Through the Peaceism Ecosystem. The event showcases peace-driven products, innovative services, and collaborative solutions aimed at addressing humanity's most pressing challenges. Central to the expo is the Peaceism Ecosystem framework, founded on 7 key pillars that guide sustainable peace and development for the future. Stay tuned for exclusive coverage, live updates, and highlights from this historic event. This is just the beginning. We are proud to unveil our ambitious roadmap. 7 more transformative events are on the way, each dedicated to one of the 7 pillars of the Peaceism ecosystem. These events will unfold sequentially, culminating in a comprehensive global movement by 2026.
Employment Revolution Expo and Conference, January 22nd, 2026. Exploring sustainable job creation models, future skills development, and social entrepreneurship incubators.
Food Security and Sovereignty Expo and Conference, March 23rd, 2026. Highlighting regenerative agriculture, smart farming technologies, and equitable food distribution systems.
Healthcare for All Expo and Conference, May 24th, 2026. Advancing universal healthcare access, preventive care ecosystems, and integrated mental health frameworks.
Housing and Sustainable Communities, Expo and Conference, July 25th, 2026. Showcasing affordable housing innovations, eco-urban development strategies, and disaster-resilient infrastructure.
Education Transformation, Expo and Conference, September 26, 2026. Focusing on digital learning platforms, peace education curricula, and lifelong upskilling initiatives.
Justice and Equity Systems Expo and Conference, October 27, 2026. Advancing transparent governance technologies, restorative justice models, and human rights protections.
Safety and Global Resilience Expo and Conference, December 28, 2026. Strengthening conflict resolution methodologies, disaster preparedness systems, and cybersecurity innovations.
Breaking news. A major global event has just been announced. The World Peace Products and Services Expo and Conference will go live online across major social media platforms: YouTube, TikTok, Zoom, Facebook, X, formerly Twitter, Instagram, and more. Date: Sunday, September 21st, 2025. Time: 12 Mals, 19 Sat, UTC, 7 hours. Location: online, accessible worldwide. This groundbreaking virtual conference and expo will bring together governments, businesses, NGOs, academics, and thought leaders from every corner of the globe. Under the theme, Building a Sustainable Future Through the Peaceism Ecosystem, the event will showcase peace-driven products, innovative services, and collaborative solutions designed to tackle humanity's most urgent challenges. At the heart of the expo is the Peaceism Ecosystem framework, built on 7 foundational pillars that guide sustainable peace and development for the future. Stay tuned for exclusive coverage, live updates, and highlights from this historic event.
1. Employment Revolution. Sustainable job creation models, future skills development programs, social entrepreneurship incubators.
2. Food security and sovereignty, regenerative agricultural practices, smart farming technologies, equitable food distribution systems.
3. Healthcare for all. Universal healthcare access models, mental health integration frameworks, preventive care ecosystems.
4. Housing and sustainable communities. Affordable housing innovations, eco-urban development plans, disaster-resilient infrastructure.
5. Education transformation. Digital learning platforms, peace education curricula, lifelong upskilling initiatives.
6. Justice and equity systems, transparent governance technologies, restorative justice models, human rights protection frameworks.
7. Safety and global resilience, conflict resolution methodologies, disaster preparedness systems, cybersecurity solutions.
Peace Products and Services Expo and Conference. It's not just an event, it's a movement, a global gathering that transcends borders and time zones. Mark your calendars, September 21st, 2025. For 7 hours from 12 o'clock to 19 o'clock UTC, we unite virtually to build a sustainable future through the Peaceism Ecosystem. This isn't for world leaders alone. It's for you, for me, for anyone who believes in change. You might think, the world's problems are too big for one person. I hear you. But together we're unstoppable. By sharing ideas and passion, we create solutions that ripple across the globe. That's the World Peace Expo. Not just talk. Action, innovation, transformation. Who's it for? Everyone. Policymakers shaping nations, business leaders driving innovation, NGO workers on the front lines, students dreaming of a better tomorrow. If you care about our world, you belong here. 7 pillars, 7 foundations of peace, employment revolution, food security, healthcare for all, sustainable communities, education transformation, justice and equity, global resilience. And this expo, it's just the beginning. 7 more events throughout 2026, each exploring one pillar. A year-long journey towards peace. Your chance to learn, contribute, connect, and be the solution. So here's my call to you, join us. Be part of this global movement. From Saudi Arabia to Morocco, New York to New Delhi, London to Lagos, Sydney to Sao Paulo, you can participate. It's online, it's open, it's for everyone. Visit our website, www.peaceism.org. Mark your calendar. Get ready to be inspired, to connect, to act. Because the future of peace, it's not just in the hands of world leaders, it's in your hands, it's in our hands. Together, we build a world of peace. Not just for us, but for generations to come. Are you ready? The world is waiting.
Digital learning platforms are revolutionizing education, transforming how we acquire knowledge and develop skills across the globe. For centuries, learning was confined to physical classrooms and printed materials, a model that served its purpose but had inherent limitations. Today, we witness a profound evolution, moving from static information to dynamic, interactive learning experiences accessible anywhere, anytime. This shift has democratized education, breaking down geographical and socioeconomic barriers that once limited access to quality learning. Digital platforms offer unparalleled accessibility, allowing millions to pursue education regardless of their location or physical constraints. From remote villages to bustling cities, anyone with an internet connection can now tap into a vast reservoir of educational resources. The technological backbone of this transformation is robust, encompassing cloud computing, high-speed internet, and sophisticated software. Artificial intelligence personalizes learning paths, while virtual and augmented reality create immersive, hands-on experiences. These innovations make complex subjects more understandable and engaging, catering to diverse learning styles and paces. Educators are no longer just instructors. They are facilitators, mentors, and guides in this evolving digital landscape. They adapt their methodologies, leveraging digital tools to create dynamic lessons and provide individualized feedback. This shift empowers educators to focus on deeper learning and critical thinking, moving beyond rote memorization. Despite the immense potential, digital learning faces challenges, notably the persistent digital divide. Unequal access to reliable internet and devices can exclude vulnerable populations, widening educational disparities. Ensuring equitable access and maintaining student engagement in a virtual setting are critical hurdles to overcome. The future of digital learning promises even greater personalization, with AI tailoring content to individual needs and progress. Global collaboration will become more seamless, connecting learners and educators across continents for shared projects and insights. Continuous innovation in educational technology will keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible in learning. Digital learning platforms are not just tools. They are catalysts for a more inclusive, dynamic, and effective educational future. They empower individuals to unlock their full potential, fostering a lifelong love for learning and continuous growth. By embracing these advancements, we can build a future where education is truly a universal right, not a privilege. The journey ahead requires ongoing commitment to innovation, equity, and collaboration from all stakeholders. Together, we can shape an educational landscape that prepares everyone for the challenges and opportunities of tomorrow. Join us in embracing the transformative power of digital learning platforms for a brighter, more knowledgeable world.
Many of us grew up with a certain story about learning. It was a story with a clear beginning, middle, and end. You went to school, you studied hard, you graduated. Then, learning was done. You crossed a finish line, collected your certificate, and stepped into the real world, fully equipped for the rest of your life. This idea was comforting, it was simple. But this story is a myth. The idea of a learning finish line is perhaps the single biggest barrier to our personal and professional growth today. Clinging to this belief is like navigating a dynamic, ever-changing ocean with a static, outdated map. The world of work, technology, and society is not standing still, so why should our learning? The truth is, the moment we stop learning is the moment we start becoming irrelevant. The future doesn't wait for us to catch up. It is continuously unfolding, and we must unfold with it. Learning is not a race to a finish line. It is a lifelong journey of discovery. What do we mean when we say lifelong upskilling? The term might sound like corporate jargon, something impersonal and demanding, but at its heart, it is a very human and natural process. It simply means intentionally and continuously learning new things throughout your entire life to stay relevant, capable, and engaged. It is the conscious decision to never stop growing your abilities. It is not about enrolling in one massive, life-altering degree program. It is about the small, consistent actions that accumulate into significant expertise over time, keeping you in step with the world. Think of it less like a monumental construction project and more like tending to a garden. It can be as simple as watching a short online tutorial, reading an article about a new trend, practicing a new software function for 10 minutes, taking up a hobby that teaches you a new way of thinking. It is not about chasing every new trend or collecting meaningless certificates. It is a plan for learning that you design for yourself. Ultimately, lifelong upskilling is a mindset, shifting from I am trained to I am always training. There are three fundamental reasons for lifelong upskilling. First, the blistering pace of technological and economic change. Jobs are not just evolving, they are being reinvented. Skills valuable 5 years ago might be obsolete in the next 5. AI, automation, and digital platforms are reshaping every industry. To keep up, let alone thrive, we must learn the language and tools of this landscape. Those who adapt will lead. Those who do not will be left behind. Second, learning builds confidence. Mastering something you once found difficult creates a positive feedback loop. The confidence from building a simple website might help you speak up in a meeting. The bravery from learning a new language might empower you to seek a promotion. Third, learning expands creativity and problem solving. You gain a larger, more diverse mental toolbox. With design thinking, data analysis, and communication, you can approach challenges from new angles. As routine tasks automate, creativity becomes essential to a future-proof career. Before we can build a plan, we must clear the ground of myths. These limiting beliefs feel like facts, but they're not. I'm too old to learn new things. False. The brain forms new pathways at any age. The key is not age, but approach. Start small, be patient, and choose methods that suit you now. Proper learning is expensive and requires a formal degree. Today, education is democratized. A wealth of knowledge is free or low cost. Platforms and libraries unlock premium courses. Podcasts deliver expert insights during in-between time. I just don't have the time. It's often a problem of scale, not time. Think in minutes. Can you find 10 minutes a day? 10 minutes a day becomes over 60 hours a year, enough to learn a real skill. By dismantling these myths, we reclaim our power. The path isn't blocked by walls, just flimsy fences we can step over anytime. The journey of lifelong learning starts with a simple plan. Here is a 5-step map you can follow starting today. Step 1. Pick one clear goal. Don't try to learn everything at once. Choose a small, specific, achievable skill. Instead of learn to code, try build a one-page website with HTML and CSS. Instead of be a better speaker, aim to present a 5-minute update without notes. Step 2. Find one primary resource that fits your style and has clear structure. Don't over-research. Pick one good enough option and start. Step 3. Schedule your learning. Intention becomes action on your calendar. Find small pockets. Before work, at lunch, after dinner. Protect these blocks. Treat them as non-negotiable. Step 4. Practice actively. Learning is not passive. You learn by doing, by getting in the water. Apply new skills right away to cement knowledge and build confidence. Finally, Step 5. Review and renew after a set period. Assess progress, celebrate wins, refine the plan. If you reached your goal, set a new one. If not, adjust and continue. This cycle is the engine of lifelong upskilling, powering continuous growth. Ignore the noise and start with simple, effective tools. Your first stop, YouTube, one of the largest learning libraries in the world. Search for a specific skill. Find clear visual instruction for free. Podcasts and audiobooks transform in-between time into learning time. Listening broadens perspective and sparks ideas. No screen needed. Libraries are powerful learning hubs with free access to premium platforms. Thousands of courses plus workshops, computers, and expert librarians. Use simple focus tools, timers, notes apps, D&D, to learn anywhere, anytime. With intentional tech, you can build a focused learning environment on demand. Connect your learning to your purpose. Pick skills that truly matter to you or your goals. Your motivation will endure. Find a learning partner or group. Accountability fuels consistency. Celebrate small victories to reinforce the habit. Expect the dip. When it arrives, don't quit. Reconnect with your why. Adjust your routine and keep going. Motivation is a fire you continuously tend. This is where real growth happens. Maria worked retail for a decade. As new systems arrived, she acted. One feature per week, then she asked for training, and soon led it. John took a data visualization course with 10-minute lessons. In 3 months, he built a clear dashboard and impressed his boss. Aisha learned Facebook and Instagram ads with free resources. Her case study won her a junior marketing role in a month. They chose a specific skill, found accessible resources, committed small blocks, and applied what they learned. Lifelong upskilling is small, intentional steps leading to profound transformation. You don't need permission. You need a plan and your first step. This is your story too. The world won't stop changing. The future won't wait. What will you do? The power to build a future-proof career is in your hands, your daily choices. Pick one small skill, find one resource, schedule 15 minutes, Tell one person, this is not for tomorrow, it is for today. Every 10-minute session is a vote for your future self. The journey begins now. Go on, take your first step.
Beat. Today is a new day. It is a chance to bring something beautiful into our schools. We see so much division in the world. We see it on our screens. We see it in our communities. But what if we could plant a different seed? What if we could teach our children not just how to read, but how to write, and how to live together with kindness and respect? This is the promise of peace education. It is not some far-off dream. It is a real, practical set of tools we can use right now, in every classroom. It is about helping our students build the skills they need for a world that desperately needs them. This essay is your guide, an invitation to explore a simple, powerful idea. We call it the conflict to connection strategy. It is a mind shift, seeing every disagreement not as a problem to squash, but as a golden opportunity to learn, to grow, and to connect. So, what is this thing we call peace education? Let's make it simple. It is teaching young people how to build a world that is kind, fair, and just. It gives them inner tools to live peacefully with themselves and with others. It goes beyond be nice. It shows them how. It teaches respect for difference and the strength to stand up for what is right, calmly, powerfully. Nonviolence in our thoughts, our words, and our actions. Peace education is not one more subject. It is a thread you can weave into everything you do. Morning meetings, literature, even history. Through stories that open hearts, games that teach cooperation, conversations that help children feel seen and heard, just 10 minutes a day adds up to a culture where everyone feels safe, valued, and connected. Beat. Take a look around. Our world is filled with noise and conflict. Our children see it every day, on the news, in movies, sometimes at home. Constant exposure leaves them anxious, confused, and powerless. Peace education is not a nice idea. It is a necessity. It creates a sanctuary where students feel physically and emotionally safe, ready to learn, to focus, to take creative risks. It gives them words for their feelings. I'm feeling sad. I need some help. Naming is the first step to managing. We prepare them for a future with many backgrounds, beliefs, and ways of life. The skills of peace education, empathy, active listening, collaboration, and compromise are the most important skills of the 21st century. A person who understands perspectives, communicates clearly, and works with others will thrive anywhere. These lessons build character and reduce behavioral problems. They help children see the humanity in everyone. This is not just about better students. It is about better human beings who will create a better world. When they feel safe, seen, and skilled, they grow into hopeful citizens who make communities safer and fairer for all. Beat. Empathy is the magic ingredient. It is the ability to step into someone else's shoes and feel with them. Not pity, understanding their experience from the inside out. Empathy is the antidote to judgment and cruelty, the bridge between hearts. Start a story circle. Pause and ask, how do you think she is feeling right now? Use simple feeling words everyone understands. Lonely, scared, excited, proud. Role play, then switch roles. Ask, how did it feel in that person's shoes? What did you want to hear? They learn that small kindnesses change everything. Make empathy visible with an empathy map. Fill it together for a book character or real situation. What might this person be thinking? What are they feeling deep inside? What words are they saying? What actions are they taking? We teach them to look beyond behavior, to lead with curiosity instead of judgment. Beat. Conflict will happen. It is a guarantee. Two children want the same swing. A group disagrees on the rules. A misunderstanding causes hurt feelings. We often punish, separate, or impose a solution. Conflict to connection invites us to see these not as interruptions, but as the most important teaching moments. Teach a simple 4-step model and a script for peace. First, calm down. 3 deep balloon breaths, or a minute in the quiet corner. Second, say the problem. Instead of, "You took my crayon," say, "I feel sad when I can't use the blue crayon." Third, ask for what you need. "I would like a turn with the blue crayon." Fourth, find a fair solution. Share it, or set a 5-minute timer and switch. Let them choose a solution they both agree on. Practice is everything. Puppets for young learners, scenarios for older students. Create a peace corner with the steps. Praise attempts. I love how you used your words to solve that. Peace education does not stop at the classroom door. It extends to the whole wide world. Being a global citizen means knowing we are all connected. We care about people in the next town and on the other side of the planet. Our choices affect each other and our shared Earth. Start with stories, then find those places on a world map. Differences and similarities, families, games, hopes, and dreams. Create connections, pen pals, or secure video messages. Simple, kind introductions make the world smaller and friendlier. Celebrate diversity with a cultural day. Joy teaches that difference is something to be celebrated. As educators, we love to see progress. But how do you measure peace? It is like noticing signs of spring, small hopeful changes. Keep a simple log. How many conflicts need your help each week? Watch that number fall. Listen for more I statements, encouragement, and compromise. Language signals, culture change. Use quick self-reports, thumbs for young learners, one-line reflections for older students. Look at their work. Do you see deeper empathy and fairness? Better collaboration? Ask families if they see changes at home. More sharing, talking about feelings. Capture bright spots. Fewer arguments today. Mariah used an I statement. Link arms with families, their child's first teachers. Share simple tools. I statements and the 4 steps include dinner table prompts, host family empathy night or a peace fair. Students share projects and stories of global friends. Invite elders and community leaders. Partner on justice and environmental projects. Small projects teach that they can make a difference right where they are. We have explored the why and the how. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. You do not have to do everything. Start small. Choose one activity that speaks to your heart. Try a listening pair, or read a story that opens hearts this week. Your presence teaches most of all.
Learning is one of the most fundamental human activities. It is how we grow, adapt, and build a better future for ourselves and our communities. For centuries, the model for education has remained largely the same: a single teacher addressing a group of students in a classroom. While this model has served us well, it has its limits. Every student is unique, with their own pace, their own strengths, and their own areas of struggle. Today, we stand at the threshold of a new era. We have the chance to build digital learning systems that are smart, engaging, and fundamentally fair. These systems are powered by artificial intelligence, data analytics, and interactive technologies, and they hold the promise of a profound transformation. The main outcome we are striving for is better learning for everyone. Imagine a world where every single learner, regardless of their background, regardless of their location, has access to an education that is perfectly tailored to their needs. So, what exactly is a digital learning ecosystem? The term might sound complex, but the idea is simple and intuitive. Think of it like a well-organized city designed for learning. A library for foundational knowledge. The core lessons. A workshop for hands-on practice. Interactive exercises. A town hall for community discussion. Collaboration tools. Personal guides. The AI engine. All connected so information flows freely. Built online so learners can access it anywhere. A student visits the library from their classroom, practices in the workshop on a bus ride home, and connects with a tutor from their living room. The key is integration. Tools talk to each other. Progress on a problem informs the next suggested lesson. Interconnectedness creates a seamless, supportive environment with the learner at the center. These are next-generation systems powered by transformative technologies. Artificial intelligence is the system's brain. Data analytics is its nervous system. not static platforms. Dynamic, responsive, intelligent. With games, high-quality videos, VR, and AR. The true magic lies in personalization, and AI is the engine. AI processes vast amounts of information quickly. As students watch videos, answer questions, and play learning games, the AI works quietly in the background. It analyzes every click, every answer, even time on task. Patterns reveal understanding and struggle, forming a living map of knowledge. If a student struggles with common denominators, the AI pauses to show a targeted video, then offers scaffolded practice until mastery. If another races ahead, it introduces more complex problems to keep them engaged. Immediate, constructive feedback builds confidence and prevents misconceptions. AI curates flexible paths, visuals for some, simulations for doers, and readings, exercises, assessments, and collaboration woven together. Personalization makes learning efficient and far more likely to stick. While AI supports students, the data becomes a superpower for teachers. Educators juggle diverse needs, a monumental challenge. Dashboards translate data into clarity. Who's excelling, on track, or falling behind? Which concepts need reteaching? Like a car gauge, it surfaces what matters at a glance. Teachers quickly form groups for review or advanced application. They move between groups, providing precise guidance. Instant summaries save hours for higher impact work. Technology handles routine tasks so teachers can mentor, inspire, and connect. Some concepts are hard to grasp from a book or lecture. How do you feel the scale of a Roman Colosseum, see the dance of molecules, or the flow of a surgery from a flat page? Immersive technologies, virtual reality, augmented reality, and interactive simulations. They transform learning from passive receiving into active doing, exploring, discovering. VR can place students inside history or biology, walking Athens, traveling as a blood cell to watch the heart pump. For vocational training, realistic, repeatable practice builds confidence without risk. AR layers information onto the real world. Names, species, life cycles, right where you stand. Point a device at an engine and see exactly what part to replace and how. Simulations let learners experiment with complex systems and see consequences safely. They ask what if, and connect choices to outcomes. A foundation for real-world problem solving. Access for all, bridging gaps with digital tools. For too long, zip code, family income, and physical abilities determined opportunity. Thoughtful technology can break barriers and bring world-class learning to those left out. A rural student can take calculus or computer science online. An adult can learn new skills at night or on weekends, meeting people where they are. This is not just theoretical, it is happening now. Short video lessons plus practice have become a staple for self-study. Blended models pair AI-guided practice with teacher-led small groups and yield greater gains. VR, AR, and simulations reduce risk, cut training time, and improve performance. Adaptive platforms pinpoint missing sub-skills and inform teachers, driving faster proficiency growth. Language apps coach pronunciation with instant feedback, anytime, anywhere. We must protect data privacy and security with ironclad safeguards and clear limits. Audit algorithms, use representative data, and keep humans in the loop to prevent bias. Close access gaps with infrastructure, affordable devices, digital literacy, and low bandwidth solutions. Tech is a tool, not a panacea. Prioritize deep learning over points and badges. Our shared mission, a brighter future through learning. Interconnected ecosystems, powered by AI and data, personalize journeys and empower teachers, bringing learning to life and expanding access. Protect student data, eliminate bias, and bridge the digital divide. Start with small steps. Try a tool, explore with your child, Champion a pilot and invest in training and infrastructure. Build experiences that are more effective, more joyful, more curious, and more humane. The journey is just beginning.